Okay guys, so you have the handout right now, and we're going to do 3 problems together, and then I'm going to have you guys do some work on your own. So in this case, we are going to make a line passing through -8 and -10. It's our coordinate points, and they need to be parallel. And they're going to be parallel to y equals a -4x plus 3. Now, parallel means that our slope, so what is our slope? Our slope m is -4. So we are going to need to use our point slope and point slope formula. So y minus -10. All right, it's parallel, so it's going to be a -4, and it's going to be x minus a -8. If you don't remember what I did, my point slope formula is consistent of this. Should have put this first. It's going to be y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say if it's minus a negative, it's going to be plus a positive. Okay. Let's take care of those. So it's going to be y plus 10 is going to be equal to a -4x plus 8. Let's distribute our -4, so it's going to be -4x minus 32 equals to y plus 10. It's pretty simple. Now we're going to do is minus 10 from both sides, and that's going to give us y equals a -4x minus a 42. And make sure you have all that written down, because this is our answer right there. All right, let us do our next one. Now, in this one, we're going to go a little bit slower because I want to give you time to actually write it out. So there's a couple things we need to remember. So this next one, we're going to do perpendicular, and it has to pass through the point 2, -3. And it's perpendicular to y equals 1/5 x plus 6. So our slope is 1/5. Remember, what does perpendicular mean? I'm not going to write perp. That's not a good explanation. Perpendicular. What does that mean? Well, in this case, this means that it is our negative reciprocal. So what is our reciprocal? Reciprocal, we just flip the top and the bottom. Just become 5. And it's going to be negative. We'll consider this as positive. Now it's negative, and this is our new slope. Okay. We have our points. Here's our slope. I'll give you about 10 seconds to see if you can write it down. Don't forget, we are using y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Give it a couple seconds. Okay, now, hopefully, you came up with this. Y minus a -3 equals a -5 times x minus 2. Now, if you got that, then what I need you to do is you're going to finish it out. So plus a positive, so y plus 3 is equal to -5 x minus 2. Distribute the -5, y plus 3 is equal to -5x plus, oops, not 2, because it's going to be -5 times a -2, which gives us a positive 10. Subtract 3 from both sides. Y equals a -5x plus 7. Okay. All right, make sure you have all that written down, because that is our answer. That is what we're looking for. Okay, so we're going to do one more. And I want to give you a little bit more breaks each time to make sure to see if you can get this down. So in this case, we are going to have a line. It's going to go through -2, 2. It's going to be parallel to 2x minus 3y minus 7 equals 0. Okay? Now, give you a second. Let's figure this out first. So first we don't know what the slope is, so we need to put it into y equals mx plus b. Give me a second to figure this out. Do, 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 do. Alright, so let's figure this out. So I'm going to switch my 3y over here. So I'm going to add 3y to both sides. That's going to give us 3y is going to equal, so 2x, and we still have negative 7. Okay? Now, we still don't have our slope. We need a y by itself. So we're going to divide everything by 3. So 2 divided by 3, and then 7 over 3. Okay, so what is our slope? What is our m? In this case, it is 2 over 3. Now, we just purely did that to make sure we got our slope, because it is key that we have our slope. Right? What does our slope mean? It means that if our slope is the same, then it is parallel. So now, let's use our coordinates. Again, we're using this formula. Okay, give you a second. See if you can figure out what to put where. Okay, so our m goes right there. Our negative 2 goes into x1, and our 2 goes into y1. So y minus 2 is equal to 2 over 3 x minus a negative 2. Let's go ahead and change this to a plus a positive. Right? Give you about 10-15 seconds. See if you can do our next step. Okay, so next step that I would do is I would distribute. Right, so it's y minus 2, 2/3 x, plus, so what is 2 times 2, which gives us 4 over 3. Now what do we do next? Hopefully you said add. Add 2 to both sides. Now we need to have a common denominator here, so, right? So this, what is this? It's actually 2 over 1, and we need to make the denominator 3. So 2 over 1 is, we're making our denominator 3. So we got, go from here to here, we multiply that by 3, we need to multiply this by 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. So we make it 4/3 plus 6/3, which gives us 10/3. Okay. So now we're almost done. Our last step. Make sure we have enough room down here. Right, let's just rewrite everything. So let's see if we rewrote it correctly. Right? So this right here takes the place of that. Y is equal to 2/3 x plus 10 over 3. And that right there is our formula. Okay? See what you can do next. In this case, we just did 5, 7, and 9. I want you to go back to 6, 8, 10, and 12 and see how well you do it. If you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask or rewatch this video.